Suspended between the flesh and soul, we find the gentle spark of life.
These are the Frankenstein Files. Alright, I think we're set up. I hope at least. Hi. My name is Beau Walton. I'm coming to you from quite possibly the dustiest office you could ever imagine. God, this feels stupid. Where do I even start? 6 weeks ago, my cousin passed away. They said it was a boating accident out on Lake Michigan. Something about the ice being unexpected for that time of year. I can't exactly say I was torn up about it. I could probably count the number of times I met him on my fingers, and hell, I wasn't even invited to the funeral. But apparently, dear Percy left me as the owner of all of his stuff. Not the house, of course. The house went to Maggie. That's my sister, since you don't know who that is. It doesn't matter. The house is hers. She'll probably sell it. I mean, it's huge. It's probably worth a fortune. But the stuff inside is all mine. Which sounds great. What college student doesn't want a house literally full of stuff for free? But the issue is, I don't have anywhere to put it all. And Maggie isn't gonna let me keep it here, and, well, I don't exactly have time to come all the way out here to the middle of nowhere and dig through all this crap to find what I would actually want to take back to my apartment. So here I am, now, winter break. Drive all the way out here alone, and the biggest snowstorm of the century hits, because of course it does. I guess Percy and I both have rotten luck when it comes to ice this time of year. Now I'm stuck. Snowed in completely. The exit roads from the property are buried under about 6 feet of snow. I can't even see my car out there. I bought a few weeks worth of food, of course. I didn't want to keep making the trek back out to the nearest town, but now I'm just trapped here. In this creepy old house. Completely alone. And to top it all off, the storm took out the power and phone lines last night. The heating runs on gas, luckily, so I'm not gonna freeze to death. But everything else, nothing. No internet, no lights, no calling for help. None of that's important, though. Obviously it's important. It's literally terrifying, but it's not why I'm recording this. It's not like a will or testimony or anything. What I mean is, it's not important to what I'm recording. I'm doing this because I need to talk to someone, and I can't do that. There's no one around for miles, and I'm just trapped here with all of these thoughts in my head about all of this, and I have no one to talk to about it. About what I found. That's what's important. At least right now. Even if no one ever listens to this, if I'm just speaking into the void, I need to process this verbally. Because it's not normal. And I feel like I'm going insane. It's all I've been able to think about since I got here, and it's just wrong. Something about it is wrong. I feel like I'm going crazy. I mean, this is crazy, but the tapes. I was looking through the attic. I thought if I was trapped here, I might as well just keep looking through everything. I can't say I'm not curious about what's in the house, so I thought I'd start in the attic and work my way down through the house. And while I was up there, among the usual clothes and Christmas decorations and shit, I found a box wrapped in the most yellowed and cracked packing tape I've ever seen in my life and pressed up in the corner. And scrawled on the top of the box in marker, it just reads, "Keep them safe." And so my first thought was family heirlooms, maybe. I didn't know Percy well, but my uncle was a sentimental guy, and he had a lot of stuff. Thought it might be something important, but it's full of tapes. Cassette tapes. I mean, old ones. A couple dozen, maybe, at a glance? It could be less. I haven't counted them all yet, just passed through to look at the titles. But they're just old magnetic tapes. Most of them are labeled on the little peeling old white stickers, titles and dates. Nothing too enlightening, mostly just dates from the 70s, some late 60s by the look of it. But I found one of them without a date. It just says listen first. And I did. I managed to find this tape recorder here in the office, still with batteries, thank God, and I listened to it. Which is why I need to talk about this. I need to get these thoughts out here because it's driving me insane. And I don't know if this is some sort of prank or something, or if this is, I don't know, if this is evidence? They're not Percy's, they're just some guys. I don't know why they're being kept safe, but I can't exactly call anyone right now. Even if it was evidence of some kind, I can't call the police. I just need some record of whatever the hell is going on right now, so I don't feel so scared. It's scaring me, and I know rationally there's nothing to be scared of, but here, right now, in this house, all alone, with just these tapes, it makes my skin crawl. Like there's something out there I just can't see, and I need to know I'm not going insane over this. So I'm recording them, not just myself, but the tapes too, so that maybe, hopefully, when I get out of this stupid house and when this is all over and I can just leave, that this will all make more sense when I look back on it. Or to somebody else, if not me. So here it is. Listen first.
Hold out for me just one last time. There we go. Okay. Today is August 19th. I believe. I'm not sure anymore, though if you're listening to this, probably doesn't matter, does it? I've been thinking a lot these past few weeks about what actually matters. There's not much else to do here but think, and I have, after all, always considered myself a man of thinking and rationale beyond my peers. I guess now that seems not only vain and arrogant, but truly stupid. It's shocking how easy it is to misjudge your own character so widely. I've been wondering if I should even keep these, if they should just burn or rot somewhere, buried in ice and earth. It would be fitting if I just let all of it die here, with me. Making them a grave seems almost ironic, poetic, even. Imagine that. These tapes recording poetry after all this time. It's hard to remember some days why I even started recording them at all. Even harder to hold on to that hope. But it's not my hope to abandon, and I promised I wouldn't. Promised I'd try. And I can't let this end this way. Not now. I can't stop now. I don't know if I was ever really able to stop. If at any point I could have brought myself to actually just let things rest. Let things die. Or stay dead, I suppose. My entire life I've wanted nothing more than to know everything. To find completion and admiration in the achievements that I had personally strived towards. Be loved for the impossible things I managed to do. To have a record of everything to show others and say, look, I did it. I thought, or guess I was told, I hoped, that one day these recordings would make me famous. Would be renowned. Now, God, now I almost wish they never existed in the first place. Now, they're just a twisted reminder of everything I've done. And everything I wish so badly I could undo. I wish I could make things better for you. But you are never going to hear this. But someone might. Someone who continues to live in a world with the horrors that I have left behind. In a world where it could find someone else. Hurt someone else. So if you are out there, listening to this, someone, anyone, I can only pray that whatever dangers you may face in your life are trivial compared to those which I have let loose upon this world. And I know that this sounds mad, that all of it sounds mad. Every step of the way should have been impossible. But if nothing else, I have learned that there is so much beyond our comprehension which we have deemed impossible, not because it is so, because it needs to be. It needs to be ignored and left to fester in its isolation, out of the reach of mankind. And maybe that is madness. To see the impossible for what it is or could be. Maybe I was mad for what I did. That doesn't matter now. All that matters is that you listen to me now. No matter how ridiculous all of this sounds, all of these recordings and tapes and papers, no matter how impossible. I need you to believe me. To believe all of this. Please. Not for me, but for your own safety. The safety of everyone you know, because if you are listening to these, if you have found these here, you're already tangled in my mess of a life. I'm afraid these tapes are all the evidence of the truth I have left. All I could scavenge from the wreckage of my life. All I can hope to warn you with. All I can hope to warn you about. For whoever is listening to these tapes, don't come looking for me. It's not worth it. And that is not me being self-pitying. God knows I've done enough of that. I mean for you. The things I've done, the actions I've undertaken, the alteration of my destiny, I don't wish it upon anyone else in this world. I don't wish for you to come any closer. Except for maybe one, I suppose. One I cannot invite enough suffering upon. It can burn in hell for all I care. But it is not someone. It can't be someone. It doesn't deserve that title anymore. If you are out there listening, someone, anyone, I wish you luck. I wish that your own aspirations lack the poison that mine contained. And no one else has to live with this burden. Maybe in death, it might be released of its weight. And if by some cruel chance, whoever's listening to this once knew me, know that I am sorry. Beth and sorry. More than I could ever express. I wish I could have done it differently. But I know that if given the choice to do it all again, I couldn't bring myself to refuse. I would always follow this path. I think, deep down, you always knew that about me too. We all knew I couldn't have strayed from this path. I am truly sorry for all of this. There's nothing more I can do now. I deserve this. This obscurity and pain after all the times I managed to trick death and repercussions. Maybe this is how it was always supposed to end. The cruelest trick played against the universe was the one I managed to play on myself. Orchestrating my own Promethean punishment for outsmarting the impossible. I wanted recognition once. To have my name change the world. Truly change it for the better. But if all this goes to plan, I should be forgotten. These tapes mark the final living record of Victor Frankenstein.
This episode of The Frankenstein Files was written, directed, and edited by Connor Wasn't Here, and starred the vocal talents of Jamphibian as Beau Walton and the Beetle Bard as Victor Frankenstein. The theme song was composed and performed by the uninformed Xennial. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to like and comment, along with rating or reviewing the show, and following or subscribing on your preferred platform to hear future installments. Your support is the spark that keeps this show alive. Thank you for listening.